YouTube, this is Lithium503, and today in this video we're going to be showing you how to design and build Sculker sensor traps here in the Minecraft world. We're going to show you how to build some of the traps that we've designed, and then later on in the video we're going to be using this against waves of pillager enemies. So let's get to it here with the basics. So essentially with the Sculk sensors, they have a detection range of about 7 to 8 blocks away. And then once they detect some of the many signals that are out there in the game, they'll give a nearby redstone signal. So with that said here, if you want to reduce the range of this detection, or if you want to make it so that it can block any background signals, you're going to use the white wool, and then you can place that anywhere around here, or you could bury this into the sand to reduce or restrict that range. So with all this said, Sculk sensors cannot remotely talk with each other. So we got two of them here, and then past a certain range, this would only talk to the one Sculk sensor. So they can't talk to each other unless they're nearby each other, or if there's a redstone device on top of them. We'll show you that here in a little bit. So when it comes to the detection range here, this will send that signal remotely outward and over here into this dispenser full of rockets. So even if there's nothing inside of that dispenser, it's going to show you that signal again. So that's one way that these Sculk sensors can talk to each other. But for the most part, when it comes to the Sculk sensors, you could have a line of these traps, or you could have just a single trap. So right now we have a Sculk sensor with a dispenser that can be filled with water. That's very good when it comes to slowing down any pillagers, so that you can shoot them from beyond. If you wanted to use lava instead, that one has a deadlier trap, but the range is much smaller. It only goes about 3 blocks beyond this guy here. Okay, so let's finish this up here. Do not drop any items on top of the sensor, since it can create a signal. That's pretty important if you're in a construction build and you're wondering why this guy keeps on going, since it's underground. So that can create a signal that will last for about 5 minutes until that block despawns. And then finally, multiple signals can create a feedback loop inside that Sculk line. So these traps can be very delicate. Let me show you that over here. So if you just put the gate on top of these guys, it's going to create a open and close signal, which will create essentially basically a never-ending clock. So that's something that's very important when you're designing these trap designs here. I'm going to show you how to create a proper line that's in synchronous. So let's set it up here. We're going to do a lava line trap. Put in the dispenser here first, and then with the lava. And very carefully, so that you don't trigger this, I'm going to put a lava bucket in each one of these guys. It's much harder to do this in survival world compared to creative. Okay. So on this guy here, you will notice that we have the wool buried underneath, and then on the other side there is no wool. So that's going to reduce the detection range here, so that no signal is done until you're very close to this guy here. So that's about 1 to 2 blocks away. And then that's how the entire trap works if it's in sync. Over here, that detection range is about 7 to 8 blocks. Okay, very good. So essentially with the traps, we've so far designed lava traps as well as water traps. And then the last one here, this guy we showed you at the very beginning of this Sculk sensor series. And this one is the drop the ground trap. So let me show you how that works here. This is going to send a signal, and then you get dropped down into the lava pit down below. Pretty good trap here. We're going to show you how to build this guy here. We got this design from a YouTube video, and then we adapted it with a Sculk sensor detector underneath. So to build this guy here, what you're going to do is that you're going to build a 6 by 10 hole that's about 2 deep. Redstone circuitry will be going all the way around this guy here, and then in the middle you're going to put in a bunch of sticky pistons. So these are all the components for the top part, bottom part. I'll show you that later. That's the detector. But up here you can basically break this down into 2 by 2 units. Redstone circuitry next to sticky pistons, fully extended, that's 2 blocks. In the middle you have a 2 by 2 lava trap area here, and then you can put sticky pistons there, and then you do the same thing on the other side. On the short side here, you're going to put that redstone circuitry all the way around, as well as the redstone repeaters, and then the signals at the very end. This guy is delayed, but the ones in the middle, they are not. Okay, so let's break this down here. Okay, so after building that big hole, the 6 by 10 hole, you're going to build a little bit deeper down here, and then you're going to put sticky pistons at the very end. You're going to stack them up so that they can be on top of each other, and then essentially you put these guys down here, down below, and then that's your signal. Redstone repeaters on the end here, that's done here so that we can extend the signal from down below. Okay, very good. So going down here, this is the filter design that we've shown you before. Wool, comparator, and then this high band frequency here. This can be used to control what signals we're going to use. Because we have a bunch of pillagers that can move pretty quickly, we're going to put no filter on this, and then that should make it so that it's going to create a signal that constantly repeats itself. This guy is a simple inverter, basically on off, and then that's going to create the trap design that we want here. Very good. So we're done with the demonstration process here. We're going to show you how these traps can work in our village in the background against waves of pillager enemies. We're going to be using new and old traps here. The battle might be edited for entertainment purposes, but I'm going to show you how these traps work here. Okay, we're back here. We're going to do a quick inspection of the traps in case we don't use this. We're using both old and new traps. Over here we got the TNT cannon that we imported from Mumbo Jumbo. And what this guy does is that it's going to kill any pillagers that try to cross that water. Very good. We're using a reduced charge here. And then over here, we're going to be doing one of the first house rules, and that is that the gates will be open during the attack. We're going to be doing this in hard mode with the highest omen level, so there's going to be multiple waves. And then the first two waves, we can only use aerial tactics, using the Elytra flight and the crossbow rockets. That would be for the first two waves. All right. This trap here was upgraded from the first video. We have the lava and fire trap here. What that does is that the pillagers will be walking across fire, but they will avoid the lava traps. And then we got the lava reset buttons on the side here. Okay. In the middle, we got a dispenser with a comparator clock, and that will quickly fire any rockets out into the middle of that gate. Another TNT cannon. Over here we have a system of canals that can push the pillagers into a lava trap in the middle. We have iron golems that are going to be used as a bait scattered across the inner wall. And then over here on this bridge we have that drop trap that we used. That's going to be surrounded with bolt traps that will have any pillagers that are nearby stuck to that guy. Moving down the trap line here, we have the water canal that will drop down into a pit with the dripstone peaks or points that will do 2 times fall damage. That can kill a ravager that gets stuck down below. Another bridge here. This one has a dispenser full of arrows of harming that does 2 times damage compared to a regular arrow. So that's 6 points versus 3. Over here we have the lava line for that Sculk sensor trap. Over here we have another Sculk sensor trap, and that's the water delay. Up above here we have droppers full of splash poisons that you can just throw against them on top of this wall. And then moving down here we have the lava trap, very long, about 20 blocks long, and that's on both sides of this gate trap here. This one is a double piston trap, and then it has a bunch of soul sand and blue ice underneath that can slow them down. Double piston trap here will push any pillagers that are standing on top of this sensor plate into the side lava over here. Okay, very good. And then of course a bunch of bolt traps here to finish this out. Okay. So that should do it for the introduction. I'm going to show you the video. I need eyes on the enemy. There they are, southern gate. Right, here comes the next wave. There they are. done for. Move, move, move! Got a Ravager. Most of them are stuck. Watch that friendly fire. Still in effect. Alright, eastern side, hilltop. I see them. Western gate. Giant teddy bear is stuck. Alright, where's the last one? Is that him? Did he teleport? Alright, ignore them. Careful about that one. There. Got through. Getting trapped. Fire well. There are more raiders somewhere. Yeah, I see it. survive that? Witches can. This is the other one. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching the video, guys. This will probably be a little bit edited because of the entertainment content, but we showed you how to use all these traps here today, both new and old traps, Sculk sensor traps, coming in pretty important with those lava traps, and then some of the older traps, boat traps that did pretty good, and then we use the multi-shot crossbow rocket. I love that weapon so much. Very good against multiple enemies. But thank you for watching the video, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying your day, and then peace out.